I think it's happening. Candle lighting. You're welcome to have anyone else join you who you would like.
Anybody.
Whoever. I'm not. You can. You don't have to. It's not like we're going to pressure.
You come and stand.
And if you move your lips, no one will know whether you're actually singing or not. Where you're standing, you're not on camera, so don't worry about it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Thank you. It's time for Kiddush. Our cup here is symbolic. I can't tell. Let's see. I can only see, Emily. I can see Emily's. There are probably some more who have them, but I can't tell. But I see at least one glass of wine. So we're set. We're good. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. Okay. Choir's going to stay up. Did you want to hang out?
No, this is my friend.
Okay. This, I don't know if you know this one or not. You'll figure it out halfway through. It is traditionally done on Shabbat, but it's also very special, traditionally done for Passover. So each festival has its own scroll. On Shavuot, we read the book of Ruth. On Sukkot, we read Kohelet, Ecclesiastes. And on Passover, we read Song of Songs, which is, well, if you have a bottle of wine and a date, you might turn to Song of Songs and let it do its magic. It is appropriate to some of the things that go on in spring, which is probably why we do it. Dodi li vani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi li vani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Okay, so it's spring. You need to grab another frog. It can't be alone. There need to be two of them. Mi zotola min hamidbar, mi zotola, mi kuteret mor, moru levona, dodi li bani lo haroeh bashoshanim, dodi li bani lo haroeh Bashoshanim li bavtini Achoti kala, libavtini chala. Libavtini, achoti kala, libavtini kala. Dodi li, vani lo haroe, bashoshanim. Dodi li, vani lo haroe, bashoshanim. Uri, Safon, Uvo iteman, Uri, Safon, Uvo iteman, Dodili, Bani lo haroe, Bashoshanim, Dodili, Bani lo haroe, Bashoshanim.
Yikada ve'yikada shmei
Rabba, Be'amadi v'rachir tev lik malchute, Becha yechon uv'yom echon,
U'chayedechol bet Yisrael Bagala bagala
Uvizman kari, V'imeru, Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, Le'olam lo me'amaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, Yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala, Shemei dekudesha brichu, Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'amiran be'ama.
V'imeru
Amen. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Before we read this passage, just a quick word. So I was at a street fair in Yafo, in Jaffa, Israel, which is right next to Tel Aviv. Originally, Tel Aviv was actually a suburb of Jaffa, but it kind of grew much bigger. And I saw this street artist, and I've included this here because this passage, Ma'ariv Aravim, about creation, really it kind of pictures God as the artist of the universe, the creator of the universe, but in kind of an artistic manner. Or as I think I've cited, God is the Bob Ross of the universe. So, come on, yes. I mean, you can't get more like cool, right? And mellow and at a good moment.
Okay, all right. I'll
He
get
didn't
that.
do something he shouldn't have, did he?
No,
Okay.
I just like, it's kind of schlocky stuff.
Ouch. Wow, there was some elitism there. He's bringing painting to people who have
That's
never
true. You're
painted
true.
before.
You're right. You're
We are
absolutely right.
part of the unfolding of creation.
Okay.
Right? Oh, you are so outvoted. Happy trees and happy clouds.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
Right.
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Okay.
and inclusive and warm and welcoming. I mean, just the voice is like, you can have Morgan Freeman as God,
Okay.
or Bob Ross. It's a very different God image. I mean, there are 72 names of God, so maybe there are at least
God is
72
all of
voices
them.
of God.
Encompasses
Absolutely.
Bob Ross and
Discuss amongst
Yeah,
yourselves.
yeah.
Okay, let's read. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. And you see, he's painting the sky.
and those
Right?
are happy clouds.
Those are happy clouds. Okay, good. So we got you now? You're with us? All right. We continue. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You may be seated. Sorry, I like it. Love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down and when you rise. Bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be a symbol between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down and when you rise, and when you rise. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. I should have had a tambourine for you. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Okay, this is here to remind me that as we get ready to move into the tefillah section, now that we've hit Pesach, it's time to shift. So in many synagogues, there will be something that says, sometimes it says the portion of the week, it says various things, but this one, Morid Hatal, so in the Gevurot prayer, where we had the prayer for rain, we are now shifting to the prayer for dew. Because probably out of practicality, rabbinic tradition says you don't say a prayer in vain. And in the land of Israel, just like the climate here, there's a point where you can pray all you want for rain, it ain't coming. But dew might be helpful. So it shifts from the prayer to rain, from the prayer to rain to the prayer for dew. So we will see that in just a moment. And in the meantime, we rise to begin the tefillah. And with that, for everyone, including those online, we're shifting our services to 7 p.m. for the rest of the season, except for when the group comes in to do this Beatles Shabbat thing. I've heard that one's at 6:30.
I don't know why, but it is.
Why is this Shabbat different from all other Shabbats? Passover humor? Okay. Was that a no? Oh, that was a laugh? Okay. It was not my best. Ananana svatai tifta. Ananana ufiagi tehilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana svatai tifta. Ananana ufiagi tehilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana svatai tifta. Ananana ufiagi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Hasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatam, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Chaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofeh Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Milchamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memitu Mechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yalu chaselam, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. We take a few moments for our own silent thoughts, prayers, and reflections. You may continue seated or standing as you prefer. Ose shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu. Yase shalom, Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ose shalom bimrama, uyase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimrama, uyase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimrama, uyase shalom aleinu. Yase shalom, Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Time for our Misha Berach blessings, for strength and healing for all those who could use it. I know we're still sending our prayers out to Javier, who's on the mend, but we hope to have him back here sometime soon. Behind the scenes, y'all don't know how much fun we have together. He's awesome, he's great, he does good stuff, and we just really have a nice time. Of course, at home on Zoom, if people want to put names in the chat of people you're thinking about, we invite you to do so. If there are other names that people would like to mention for healing, we invite you to do so.
Jeff DeMarco, Jamie Hope.
All of our brave armed forces service members who are in harm's way.
Yeah, and you know, they talk about the deaths that take place, but they don't even consider the countless people who have already been injured, and it's
like over 300.
right, yeah, and even just going to war, even if it's not a physical injury, there's so much to think about, and the people who are traumatized in the region going through it. This world needs a whole lot of healing. So it's therefore our job to make this prayer count. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Ishebera imotenu mekor abraham leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, a renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. I'm really just going to do some short informal words so you don't necessarily have to go anywhere. You can. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to go. We'll see. And there they go. Happy Passover. I hope people are having a good Passover. Yes, and thank you to those who are with us for our community Seder and people doing Passover however they like, however is best for them. I did something this year that I certainly have never done specifically in this form. I've done educational presentations before for various people, but and the timing was not fantastic, but when a friend asks, it's hard to say no. So I went down to St. Rest Missionary Baptist Church, Southwest Fresno. Pastor DJ Kreiner is a very dear friend of mine, and he really is an indispensable gem for this city. The work he does caring for the vulnerable, in addition to the work of his own congregation, is just awesome and inspiring. And he asked me, it's common in the church community to teach Passover. It's not common to do it in ways that some of us would consider accurate. So he decided, one of the names he uses for me is, he said, so I thought I ought to go to Brother Rabbi. I'm like, how can I say no? So we did a couple sessions. I did a noon session with the people who are available at that time, and then on Wednesdays, they do a brief church service and then education. I did one the previous Wednesday for them as well. And so, there I am teaching the Passover story, which we are meant to relive, to a group of almost exclusively African American members of our local community. I think the first day there was one white person there besides me. And it really, really brings home the message of Pesach. And one of the things that I've caught on to in recent years is that we pick up education through the Haggadah, the telling of the story. Our service for it is meant to be educational. The whole purpose of it is to teach children. And some of it's more obvious than others. So, for example, when we get to the 4 children, for centuries, we've done it this way, but what it's really doing, today we talk about learning styles. And it's really just addressing different learning styles. My apologies to those who already heard me explain this. But the one that's fascinating, I would never use the term now, but we talk about, the second one mentioned is the wicked child. And they're wicked because they're placing themselves outside of the story when our instruction for centuries on this is to tell the story as we are going through it at that moment. This is not what happened. This is not our ancestors. This is us going forth to freedom. And I am sure that the intention of that is to make it even more salient, even more powerful in that moment. You don't think about centuries ago we went forth from slavery into freedom. Every day we need to relive the Exodus so that we are all the more sensitive to the fact that not everyone today is free. And, certainly we have people in our own community who survived the Holocaust. There in the African American community, there are people who clearly, while, yes, freedom from slavery happened some time ago, we're still not quite getting that the way we should. We got a long way to go. And honestly, we know right here in Fresno there is human trafficking. That is slavery. It's still going on. And so so the wicked child says, what does this story mean to you? As opposed to what does the story mean to us? And the us needs to go beyond the individual, beyond the family, beyond Temple Beth Israel, into the community out there. And there's nothing more gratifying in my experience than being able to participate in that work beyond ourselves. I hesitated when I was saying that because I keep in mind the mitzvah aspect of this. Mitzvah means commandment. It's a wrestling between feeling good about doing something good and just doing it because, in the religious language, God says so. Or in the not religious language, because it's the right thing to do, it's justice, which we are told in Torah to do as well. The advantage of that is if I'm not feeling like it, I'm just not in a good mood today, it doesn't matter, do it. It's not about feeling good. It's not about getting something for it. It's about doing it because it's the right thing to do. I've learned, especially in working with vulnerable communities, that when we offer to help, that can too often be seen as reaching down to lift up. Or when we ask for something, please tell us about your experience. Now we're asking. We're potentially taking advantage. And so often the best way to do it is just sit and listen and be present. As a rabbi, I go to church. I try to sit in the back pews because I'm a back pew person. Some of us have been talking about that. At the church, they bring me up and sit me up in front next to the pastor. Like, okay, I just want to be here with you. And yes, my goal is to do it just because I think it's the right thing to do with my friends and our colleagues out there. And then honestly, when we've had hard times for the Jewish community, the people who reached out were my friends in the interfaith community. Mostly not people who I hadn't interacted with, and occasionally some, and the ones who are interacting at that moment, and I hear this reflected in my friends in the African American church leadership, okay, where were you last week? Where were you a year ago? It's not like our situation wasn't problematic before, so something's in the news now and now you're showing up. So when we say, what does this mean to you? And we're talking about the vulnerable in the community, even if they don't look like us, even if they don't worship like us, even if they don't vote like us. The vulnerable in the community still should be us, and breaking down that they. And I think the 4 children of the Seder can be a message to remind us of that. I definitely think it's worthwhile, and I don't know, I'm sticking with it. I'm going that way. And the next passage, which looks to idyllic times in the future, Aleinu, it is upon us. It's not upon them, it's upon us for the betterment of the world. And so let us turn now to that and rise for the blessing. Y'all want to do it? Well, you can each take a side. I'm going to hang out here. Go for it. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam, V'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. That was awesome. Thank you. You didn't even look at me for the right cue to what time to do it. That was perfect. Huh? Because you did. Oh, I don't. Okay, we're going to compete now. We're close. You may be seated for a moment. I love it. Okay, at home, please on Zoom, if you want to add names into the chat for those we're remembering for Kaddish, please write Kaddish before adding memorial names so that we can make a separation between the names of those who were searching for healing and those we're remembering. And then, of course, if we have names in the room that you would like to mention, we'll invite you to do that as well. So, if there are names to mention. For them, you know, as you mentioned, there are lives that we've lost to the violence, to the war. We think about them. I'll read the list as well. Miriam Allen, Bernard Alpert, Irene Baker, Noach Benega, Rose Bronstein, Jack Kane, Myron Cohen, Jesse Epstein, Edward Haber, Gertrude Hantover, Zev Halperin, Isidore Heller, Gary Hoffinger, Sonia Kirk, Marcia Kushner, Herbert Levy, Ephraim Milgram, Robert Siegel, Helen Stern, Lillian Watson, Helen Weil, Roberta Weinstein. And we mourn the recent passing of Carol Press, wife of Spencer, mother of David and Rick with Liz, grandmother of Kevin, Kyle, and Nathan. For them, for all those we keep in our hearts, as well as those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we rise as a community. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shmei Rabbah, be'alma divrah chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'mei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudsha brichu le'ela minko birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May all of their memories be for beautiful blessings. Amen. You may be seated. Tomorrow morning we have Torah study on Zoom at 9 a.m. We're still reading Maccabees, aren't we? Yeah, and we decided to read the books of Maccabees, and which is like the OG Hanukkah story. I'm finding it interesting. Yeah, kind of cool. All right, let's sing a little something. For those who have not experienced this before, we'll begin moderately. It will speed up. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra v'ed nasa Bechefsa kol Azai melech Shemonika Be'acharei Ki kichlot hakom levado yimloch nora behu hayam behu hovem behu yeh betifara Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemoni kra le'acharei kichlot hakol livado yimlok nora v'hu haya v'hu oveva yeh b'tifara Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemoni kra le'acharei kichlot hakol livado yimlok nora v'hu haya v'hu oveva b'tifara v'hu haya v'hu oveva b'tifara Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemoni kra Ve'acharei kichlot hakom levado yimloch nora behu haya behu hovem behu yeh betifara Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemoni kra ve'acharei kichlot hakol livado yimlok norav haya v'hu oveh v'hu yeh v'tifara Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemoni kra ve'acharei kichlot hakol livado yimlok norav v'hu haya v'hu oveh v'tifara v'hu haya v'hu oveh v'tifara v'hu haya v'hu oveh v'tifara Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We've got some matzah back there, so yay. We'll join back there for motzi for those who wish. There might be some juice for those. We've already blessed it. And Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach. And is there another happy we can go? Is this the day of something? The day of crumbly. Oh. Yes, except it's Shabbat already. You're not. We don't count the Omer on Shabbat. You can do it before and after. Go team. Which team? This team. Oh, there we go. All right, let's join in the social hall. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.